of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and
Sophia the Mysterious.
Shama-lama ding dong loop-de-loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
Welcome back to Being Mr. Boop. You're listening to Being Mr. Boop. And today's tagline is I hate podcasting, I hate podcasting, I hate podcasting, I hate podcasting.
It's true.
My name is Sophia the Mysterious, and I am Mr. Boop.
My name is Ryan Pfeiffer, and I am Mr. Boop. A little presumptuous to
Right.
say welcome back. We don't know.
Yeah, as if they could ever have come back
Yeah.
from, as if they would ever come back after hearing an episode.
Yeah.
As if anyone.
No
would
one
come
sane
at
would listen to this more than once.
all. That's true. So Ryan, non-existent other hosts. It's Wednesday,
Where?
October 28th of 2020, and today we're reading the 1800.
Nope.
1800.
1800.
Sorry, I can't read. I'll blame it on English not being my native language.
Is
but
that
I
how
do
numbers
this in
work?
Every language. No, it's not. It's me. I have a problem with reading numbers. I went 187.
Close
ever
enough.
Mr. Boop strip. Yeah, I always read it slowly because I need time to think about how to read it because I'm always afraid of mixing up thousands and hundreds. But I know what they are.
Do you
It's just-
say, if you saw like
Trump.
1,800, would you say 1,800?
I don't know.
Because that might be the problem. Because for me, if I see like 1800, I read it 1,800. Whereas sometimes people would read it like 1,800, which I think is kind of weird. Because it's like, well, that's not a real number, 1,800. You can't go to 18 in the hundreds, then it's in the
That's true.
thousands.
No, yeah. I think it's just.
I
But
read
I-
numbers very literally, which is why every time I say the date, I say 2020 instead of 2020. Because it's like, 2020 is not a number. That's just you saying a number twice.
Well, it's easier for me that it's 2020 because I don't need to think about it. Well, we all have. I mean, I don't have that much trouble with math. It's just something I have with reading. I have the self-consciousness of it. Reading.
Yeah, it's not really about math, is it?
I don't know. Like,
Reading, I mean,
I feel like it happens in, like, it happens with me so much in other languages that also in my native also happens in my native language sometimes when I'm afraid of not being able to read. That's okay. Well,
Did
that's
we-
fine.
do you want to know what happens in
What?
today's strip?
What happened to? Whoa! What happens in today's Mr. Boo?
Liz has stopped making sense. Oh, that's a shame. She was making so much
that-
sense yesterday, now she's not.
Oh, does she have a girlfriend who's better than that?
Is that a Talking Heads reference or something?
Yeah, I don't. Yes.
That was a wild
because
guess. I don't know what that is, but I just
Yeah, no,
assumed
no,
because I
it's
said
because-
stop making sense that you started referencing.
Yeah, stop
Talking
making
Heads.
sense. Yeah, I don't know. I started.
That's
yeah,
the
I just-
easiest way to
it's
stop
the
making
most-
sense is to just start referencing Talking Heads.
Yeah, I don't know why it's the first song that came to my mind. It's also the movie Stop Making Sense
Right.
by Talking Heads, and which includes the song "Girlfriend Is Better."
And does it
But, like, there isn't
include
a
the
direct correlation?
does it include the song Stop Making Sense?
Yes, but I'm not very knowledgeable on whatever I saw in that movie.
I think that song goes like Stop Making Sense. Is that how that song goes?
Yeah, that seems plausible.
Shadow synopsis.
Good concert
Hmm.
movie.
I hear us. That's what I've heard. I hear it's
Mhm.
supposed to be like the best concert movie of all time, or up there anyway. One of them.
One of the good.
One of the good ones. The only concert movie I've seen is ABBA the movie, which I thought was fun as an ABBA fan. I never really saw the point of concert movies. I was like, because it's like you're not really at a concert. It's like you're just listening to worse versions of the songs because it's like they're not fully produced. But it's just
Remember
different, I
there's,
guess.
like-
It's not worse. I liked the versions I heard in the ABBA movie because it was like, well, there were some songs that weren't even. There was like one song particular that wasn't even I had never heard before. It wasn't on any. I listened to every ABBA album, but this was only in the movie. It was called like, something carousel. Get on the carousel, something like that.
Oh.
So the only version of that is the live version in the movie. There's no.
Oh, that's
There's not even like a live version on any album or anything.
So
It's fun.
unreleased.
Fun for ABBA
Unreleased
fans.
until it was released in the concert.
I don't know if I would have had as much fun with it if I wasn't seeing it in a theater. That was another thing because it was like almost like I was
Oh,
seeing an
yeah.
actual concert, with surround sound and everything.
Oh yeah.
I've never. That was the only concert
Everyone-
movie I've seen was in a theater. So it was like going to a concert. They should just.
I don't know.
They should re-release
Mhm.
Stop Making Sense in theaters. Then I would watch
Oh.
it.
Oh yeah. No, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it with Lisa a while, but I was very young. to have
theater?
Experience. Not in a theater. That would have been hard.
Very young. How long have you known each other?
Like almost 5 years. No, I would say 5 years, but we didn't really talk to each other for like the beginning of the first.
Oh,
year.
like you knew each other through like a group or a server or something, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we started talking like at the end of 2017.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known people like that where it's like I don't know exactly how long you know because I didn't really meet them traditionally. Shadow Synopsis, right? Shadow Synopsis. We're sweating because it's really hot in LA. Heat wave. That's why. Well, it's good to know that they're not sweating for any weird reason.
Yeah, it would be strange if they did any ungodly shit.
Out of marriage. Because this is
Yeah,
not his
yeah.
wife. This is not his beautiful wife.
Betty Boop.
This is not his
This
beautiful
is not my
wife.
beautiful wife. This is not
My God, how did
Well,
he
that's
get
gotta be
here?
How did he get here? And it, well, that should have been for when he's in his wife's womb.
Oh my
did he get
God. Oh my Goody.
Well, this has to be the I don't know the description for the episode. This is not my view.
My Getty, what has he done?
Yeah.
4 panels. They're laying down on probably in bed, but they're sweating because maybe they're just
It's a bad.
no, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe they're huddling together for warmth that would be if it's cold. So I'm not sure what they're
Yeah.
doing. If they're sweating because it's just hot because there's a heat wave, I'm not sure why they're under a blanket.
Yeah.
I understand why they're not wearing.
Something doesn't add up.
They're not wearing clothes. It looks like I assume
Yeah.
because it's so hot, but then they're under a blanket.
So yeah,
Maybe-
it really makes you think what the author intends.
Maybe they're naked, but they're wearing they're under like a single sheet, so it's like they're not. It's not as much as if they're wearing clothes. But I don't know. I feel like if the sheet is closed off, like tucked in, then it would be probably more warm than just wearing clothes because it's less. They're less breathable.
Well, who knows how thin the sheet.
Even if it is like, I mean, it can't be much thinner than a t-shirt.
Mhm.
Or like a button-up. He usually wears like a button-up shirt. She wears like a tank top. Like that's already pretty, breathable clothing.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Well, it was too hot today.
they're laying in bed.
Perhaps even it was too smexy today. Okay, so in the first panel we see
Yeah,
that they have some. Okay, there's 2 of them.
there's 2 of them. They're laying. It's Liz and
they're
Alec. They're laying in
lying-
bed. They're sweating. They're laying in bed with a sheet over them. They're laying on pillows. They look like they're the same height, but I guess Alec is probably just further up in the bed so that their heads are level.
Yeah, so
Their hair is
exactly.
messy, probably also from the
And
humidity.
You can see a bit of her breasts, and also
Yeah, because they're naked. The last time we
Yeah,
saw them
uh-huh.
laying in bed, which we've only seen once before,
They were
Actually, no.
gently caressing each other.
We saw them. We saw it twice before. Each time, Liz's hair has been kind of messy. Alex's hair has not really been that
Yeah.
messy. This time, their
It's just
hair
how it
is
looks
much
like Marie
messier. And Liz's
Yeah.
hair is messier. Alex's hair is like messy. They're both
Yeah.
and they're both sweating. It must be really humid in LA. I don't know.
So
It also looks like maybe Liz's eyeshadow is running a little bit because it like the lines around her eyes look darker. Well, maybe
that's
not.
True.
I kinda see it as that,
But
but-
also in the other ones, she still has perfect eye on.
Yeah,
So
maybe it's I don't
mm,
know.
Yeah. So there's the two of them, and they're together, and
There's two speech
says-
bubbles. What does Liz say?
there's two speech bubbles, and she says, "I love you so much, Alec." And there's heart flies near her.
Yeah, like
head,
between them, but more from
Both.
her.
between
Which is usually
Yeah,
we see the heart flies from Alec, which I think I said was maybe because we're seeing the kind of from his perspective, but now we're seeing them from like specifically directly from Liz.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
we
is
have seen them
agent.
from Liz before, but usually we see
Quote,
them from Alec. I don't know.
Yeah, she's in charge of her own feelings now.
Well, usually we see them from Alec. When we do see them from Liz, it's usually like we're seeing them from both Alec and Liz. Now we're just seeing them
Yeah.
from Liz in this
yeah,
one.
that's it.
As if Liz is
Then-
like the more enthusiastic about the relationship in this
Yeah.
instance. Like she's the
Mhm.
one focusing on it more. So there's also an electro point after Alec in her speech bubble. And Alec,
And he says he has a speech bubble, and he says, "I love you too." And he has another electrical.
and his eyes are closed. They're both they both are smiling sweetly. He's got his hands over the edge of the blanket. She looks like more love struck, I would say, in her expression, whereas he's just like kind of pleased.
Yeah.
This is the flapper
Wait,
shot.
I have to see.
Panel 2
Yeah.
of Mr. Boop. Close up of just Liz. Alec and the other pillow are omitted. Just the pillow that Liz is on.
And can I read what she says?
Mhm.
She has a speech bubble. It says, "You're my favorite person in the world." And she has and there's an electro point. Electro something.
Yeah, electro point. She's looking over it. She's like looking in the direction of him and smirking.
Yeah.
Panel-
She's always smart.
Yeah, panel 3, same shot. Now her eyes are closed, and she's like she's like looking dreamily. Oh, she's blushing in each panel she's in too, and Alec is not. Wait,
Oh.
actually,
Yeah, she looks
he is blushing a
Very-
little. I'm not sure if he's blushing a little bit in panel 1 or if that's his sideburns.
yeah.
I think that's his
maybe.
sideburns. Actually, it's just kind of positioned weirdly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like his
side.
sideburns should not be there because the hair is like going behind the ear. But whatever.
You know, you can really see the manga influence in this,
Yeah?
in the way she's drawn. I don't know. It just
In the
reminds
blush?
me of like, yeah, just the whole face and the way the hair is drawn.
Maybe she
It's
just looks like an anime in real life. She
Yeah,
looks like
exact-
an anime woman.
no, but
like Betty
it's
Boop.
from one of those 70s animes. You know, like what's that one called?
I prefer
one
I prefer the
Okay.
30s animes like Bimbo and
Oh.
Popeye the Sailor. Yeah.
You had to look it up.
I had to look up
You had
Bimbo's
to look
name. I
it up.
couldn't remember Bimbo's name.
Yeah, sad.
Lisa, edit out the part where
This is what-
where I was looking him up.
No, don't edit it
Damn
out.
it.
Everyone needs to see he's a fool.
No.
Well,
Oh,
in
I've
this
made a
very-
bimbo of myself.
No. In this very anime manga inspired shot, there is a speech bubble.
Yeah, it's the same
and
shot as the previous
Liz-
panel. But
Liz
her expression's
says,
different.
"You're the hottest person I know," to Electro points. "And you're really strong and smart."
What has gotten into Liz? She has never
Yeah,
said anything like
I
this
want-
before. She's thought things like this before. She said, like, it seems like lately she's been annoyed with him, but she has thought before. She thought, God, he's so cute. She's thought,
Yeah, before it was her own thought. Like it did seem like plausible thoughts before.
yeah, and I mean, well, this is like more over the top than anything she's expressed before. Like she's just very suddenly like going all
Over
in
the
on the
top
compliments
about-
and stuff, and he's
Yeah,
just like,
he's over
wow,
the top
thanks.
about-
Well, in panel 4, he says, we cut to a shot of him, hands still over the blanket. He likes to do that when he's in bed. He like has his hands clutched over the side of the blanket. That kind of illustrates how small he is in a way. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he says, he responds, "It's nice of you to say that, Electro Point." She's just like going all out, complimenting him like way over the top, and he's like, "Hey, thanks, appreciate it."
The-
He did not even like write back at you. He's just like, "Thank you." Well, he did say, "I love you too"
Yeah.
in panel 1. Crazy that they're already at that
Yeah, he's-
stage though of their relationship. Like
Mhm.
they're already that there was no like point where there was no. I guess this is the point, but they're finally saying the L word,
Mhm.
not lesbian.
Like the TV show. Like the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that yeah. No, not
I mean-
that L
I
word.
mean-
Not that L word.
You have to say the L word. Lesbian. You have to say no.
I mean,
the
that is
other
what the L word means in that TV
Lesbian.
show, I think, right? Because that's about lesbians.
But also in Scott Scott Pilgrim when he
yeah,
did have this-
yeah.
and he says I'm in lesbians with you.
Right. Alec is
That's
kind of like
classic Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim,
Mhm.
right? Kind of.
What? What?
Alex kind of like Scott Pilgrim.
I suppose
He's got his like
Jerk.
unrealistic
What?
manic pixie dream girl that he like stumbled upon, I guess. But he doesn't have to he doesn't have to defeat any evil exes because he is the evil ex of Betty Boop.
That's true.
Um,
Well, yeah, I don't know enough about Scott Pilgrim. That doesn't sound right. But I
Well,
don't know
and he
enough
had,
about
like, all
Scott
those
Pilgrim
other,
to dispute.
like Scott Pilgrim has all these like
Well, it's
these
true that Alec
exes,
also-
and Alec has like the ex-wives, like
Gina
and
from
Samus.
Sparkles.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
yeah. And then Bugs Bunny is Gideon. I don't know. Is that his name, Gideon?
Yeah.
I thought
guy with the
I thought I
ball.
was thinking of Gravity Falls for a second.
No, that's also Gravity Falls.
Right.
They're both named Gideon. That's Gravity Falls seemed so long ago.
That's my favorite. Well, yeah. I was gonna say that's my favorite show, but I forgot. It's Adventure Time now. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Never properly watched Adventure Time, but it seems like
It's really long.
Yeah. Have you seen all of it?
Yeah, I've seen every episode almost twice. I mean, I've seen almost every episode at least twice. I've seen every episode at least once, and I've seen almost every episode twice. Which is the longest show I've ever watched. All the way through.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Boop.
Sorry for making too many noises. So
No, whatever, it's fine.
you'll cut them out.
Are those more noises?
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on with Liz. I couldn't remember her name because she has so many names. Dream is another name we gave her. That's what I was gonna mention because I said she was Manic Pixie Dream.
Oh.
But she's not wearing the mask right now. It just shows she's not Dream.
True.
I
Well, I'll pretend I understand.
yeah, that's fine. Her tune has definitely changed since yesterday. But I don't know. Hey, character development between the strips, I guess. Literally, because they're stripped. Okay, that's all I have to say about this. Do you have anything to say about it?
So have we already finished?
I finished talking about it. Unless you have anything else to say.
No, like had we finished the panels already?
Yeah.
Maybe this is going on for a bit long. Good.
Whatever.
I was meant to close the podcast.
That's true.
Oh, I forgot. Well, goodbye, everyone. Good night, everyone. You've been listening to me, Mr. Boo. I'm like Walter White, except I record the daily recap podcast. You can visit the show's website at www.beingmrbooth.com for a full catalog of episodes and to sign up to host the podcast. For more updates, follow at Mr. Boopod on Twitter. I'm Sophia, and you can find me not.
She's right behind you. Look around, look behind you. She's right there.
No.
I'm at Candyman106.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
And at Semi-Sweet Sauce for everything else I make. Thank you and good night.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Sit right down, we're gonna give the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Duke. Shimma ding dong, loop de loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Booth.
So that Lisa can like transition it into the music. She's done it before. Yeah. Okay, this has gone on for a bit long.
This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.